I know I come off just like 100% anti-tile frenzy, but it's not 100% true. Let's just talk about how to use it effectively. Angels, what is going on? The Champ Strider here, and I'm on record many times for saying that people should get off Tile Frenzy and start to train some more exercises that simulate gameplay a little bit better, and that opinion has not changed. But Tile Frenzy can actually have some benefits for aim training. The problem is that every single aim trainer I've ever been on, a good portion of the player base only plays Tile Frenzy, and that's like wanting to get better at archery by shooting at a school bus. Like, you need a bit of a smaller target. But now Tile Frenzy can have a place in aim training, and the last few weeks I've added a Tile Frenzy base kind of warm up or mini routine before my regular training. And I'll get to that list later in the video, but first I want to kind of get to the why. Like, why did I add this before my normal training? And I've actually talked about this in my plateau video, but sometimes when you feel like you're leveling off, you need to kind of just reflect on what your weaknesses are and kind of get off that drill you've plateaued on and start training your weaknesses. And the idea here is that your scores in your main drill will then improve as you get stronger in your weak areas. So I've never played much Tile Frenzy. Like, if I do a run or two every 3 months, that's a lot. But I noticed in a bunch of my static clicking scenarios, my scores are weaker than my tracking and my moving click timing, which seems to be my best skill. And the thing that seems to hold me back in these kind of static click drills is my speed. And the kind of golden rule in aim training has always kind of been you go for 95% accuracy and the speed will come. But, I've been very accurate for a while. And the thing that kind of separates me from some of those just like insane kovaaks aimers is that I'm shooting too slow. So I could be like, you know what? I'm going to be 37 this year. Some of these young kids, they're just faster than me, but I'm not personally ready to go there. I mean, I know my reaction time tests are on the extreme high end, and to me, it's kind of like loser mentality. Like, I still feel like I can compete with most anyone out there, and just life lesson here, boys. But I kind of feel like the second you start making excuses like that, it's already over and you lost, and it's just time to like pack it up and go home. So I was like, let me think of some speed drills I can kind of add to my training because it's not something I've ever really focused on, and I still feel like I can get to some of those higher levels. And as I said, I went with 3 variations of Tile Frenzy, and the focus here is using these drills to improve my speed and get some more confidence in just flicking and shooting. And I think a lot of times I hold my shots a millisecond to kind of make sure they'll hit, which then slows me down. So this was about speed and confidence building for me. And I'm still not a world-class tile player or anything, but the interesting thing is I was able to smash quite a few PRs in a bunch of click timing drills, so it seemed the speed training was definitely successful. So here's the kind of mini routine or warm-up, whatever you want to call it, but I started with the classic Tile Frenzy, and then I just shrink the targets and go with Tile Frenzy Mini. And then I added some movement with Tile Frenzy 180 strafing. And I do all of these drills 3 times. So it's really like a 5 minute or so warm up or just added routine. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time with this. Like, the focus should still, of course, be on our main training. We're just supplementing it with a little bit of speed training. All right, Angels, I know this is kind of like a different style video, and I hope it helps to kind of shed light on like when and how to use these Tile Frenzy or speed drills in your aim training, because the end goal, as we know, is to hit some wild shots in game, and Tile Frenzy alone, it won't get you there. So just before you leave, if you haven't already, support the channel by becoming an Angel. I release FPS content every single week, and you don't want to miss it. Champ out.